Hello, welcome back to my channel. It's been about 1 month since I did a propagation on my Mandevilla as part of my How to Overwinter Tropical Plants series. I have a Mandevilla, a Croton, and some Creeping Jenny in a huge container. It's just beautiful. And I've been going through the winter here showing how I'm propagating to try to save different pieces. I had a spider mite outbreak, and in that last video, which I will link down in the description, I went through and showed 3 different ways to propagate. So what I'm going to do with the camera when I unveil these is I'm going to zoom in so you can really get a good look at how this turned out or how we're doing so far. I have about 8 to 10 weeks left yet. My winter's 7 months long here. I'm up by Minneapolis. I have 8 to 10 weeks before I could possibly put these back outside. So I've been working diligently to prep all of the items that I want to have available to put in containers outside this year. So give me a minute, I'll get the camera set up and we will zoom in. Alright, so we're zoomed in here ready to go. So this was my water propagation method, and I took a bunch of cuttings. Let's take a look and see how they're doing. We got some dying leaves on it, which I'm not worried about. That's not uncommon. Not worried about that. You can see that I'm getting some calluses on the root, or you can see I'm getting some calluses on the stem, so that looks like it's going to be viable, like it's going to want to send up some roots for me. And then there was one here, this one has a root on it. It's a nice root already, but I really want the roots to be an inch or 2 long before I pot them up into soil. So this one I would say is pretty successful. Again, I've got a long time left, so I'm actually going to take these and just keep them in this water propagation vessel. And the biggest thing is to make sure that you're changing the water out every week so that the roots have oxygen. And then I'll just throw out this dead leaf. The next one was Sphagma Moss. And this I thought was pretty interesting. So some of these leaves kind of died. You can see that. So that died. So I'll pull these dead leaves out. But you can see where I have other ones where these stems are still green. This was like the top of a propagation. I'm going to pull one of these up. You can see I've got new leaves coming, so there must be a root under here somewhere. Yep, look at that. So you can see that there's roots there trying to grow, which is beautiful. I'm going to snuggle that back down in there because I want to stay with this until these roots go for another 30 days. Interestingly, you see on this piece here where the leaves all kind of fell off, but see what we have? We have a new leaf emerging. So what can happen, and that one's actually callousing there, I think. You can see we got, even though there's no roots on this, you can see that it has new growth coming. So I'm going to snuggle that back down in. I'm going to clean up any of the other dead ones out of there. And I'm probably going to give it a spray. I'm going to give it the moss a spray with some just plain water. And I'm in the country, you know, outside of Minneapolis, and so this is well water. This is not city water. It's not chlorinated. And I don't do anything to treat it. It's just plain well water. And then I'll seal this one back up, and like I said, we'll give it another 30 days. You can see this is February. We're about March 20th today, so February 20th, March 20th. So we'll get close to maybe May Day, and I'll look at it again. So let's look at this one. This was the soil method. So with the soil method, you can see the leaves are not happy. I got more dead leaves than anything. But I do have a couple pieces in here. So even though the leaves have all fallen off from this, you can see it looks like a new leaf emerging. So I got new leaves emerging there, which is really good. And then this is good. So if I pull one of them up, just for the sake of argument, you can see I don't see any roots on it yet, but I'm not concerned about that because I got a long time to go. So I'm going to hydrate this one as well, and we will cover it back, and we'll come back in another 30 to 60 days, maybe 6 weeks. Maybe the first of May. And we'll take a look and see how they're doing. So you can see this is like only the 1 month mark, but we've already seen some good success. And I think if I had to pick a winner, I think the Sphagma Moss is probably going to be the one that's going to be the most successful. Although you can see I'm getting some roots on the water props where we got all that callousing coming, which means that it's probably going to take. So I'm going to probably have lots of plants to pot up outside, which is wonderful because I absolutely love the Mandevilla. This is a pink variety. And they're very expensive to buy, so if I can do it myself, then I might as well. If this video is helpful, give us a thumbs up so YouTube knows to share this content with others. Also consider subscribing so you don't miss any of my follow-up videos. Thanks for stopping by. Have a great day.